Hello people, it's Blitz here. Welcome back to another episode of Planet Coaster. It's Alpine Park, part 4. We carry on where we left off. Okay, I was going to show you the new music box they've got. A bit different to the pirate one. So it's got 3 little dummy heads going up and down, turning around. Wooden dolls. You also notice that I've actually fixed the roofs on those buildings. I didn't realise I actually put the gingerbread on there and not the thatched. That's why we had a bit of a mix up last time. Okay, this part of the park you obviously missed out. This must have got destroyed when my hard drive went nuts. Blame Microsoft. Okay, I built this. Took me ages to build. Different kind of construction. This part of the park I was thinking about doing like a some new type of theme instead of the old stuff. And I built this, and as you come down off the water chute, a nice big splash, get shot by water jets as well at the same time. I might do a few more bits to it, I'm not quite sure. Okay, the other thing I added was this nice ride. This is fantastic, nice and fast. Yeah, lifts up one side and goes around at extremely fast speed. Fantastic music. Let's have a listen. Yeah, quite like that. It's pretty good. Can't get many people to get on it, mind you. They've got that problem with the path where everyone seems to want to go to roller coasters. Can't get no one to come out through my tunnel on the left there. So I've got to put up with it. Okay, you see the old log flume come down, a bit of splash. Yeah, I like that, that's good. There's the next one. Let's get the old camera view this time. We'll get it right in the car. I think that gets a nice view as it comes down, going through that building. So I might add a few more things to it, I'm not quite sure yet. So moving on, I don't know, a bit of terrain editing. I got inside my tunnel where the log flume goes around, and brought the tunnel out on top of this mountain peak, if you want to call it, or a hillside. And I'm going to build a roller coaster. What I've done here, I'll just grab 2 roller coasters. I'm not going to use them, but just want to get an idea, obviously, how the curves are done, so you don't get too much fear factor or nausea. Because every time I make roller coasters, everything's about 12 or 13 in fear factor or nausea, and everyone, no one wants to get on it. So I thought I'd get some idea how the curves look, and as I'm building a coaster, keep going back, checking out what these look like, and so and so. So let's get a coaster done. I've got to remember this time to make sure it's got 2 cars this time, or 2 trains. And as I noticed on the other coaster, it's packed solid, and there's not a lot I can do about it unless I actually rip it apart and stick a block in where I can have another car. So I'm just going to go up, try and get a position. It's not going to be a flash roller coaster, it's just going to be around 50, 60 mile an hour speed. So long curves. What I'm going to do around it, I'm going to have some tunnels going around it with the terrain, and we'll probably do some sort of construction work going around it, the things you can see when as you go past, which we'll do over the next episode. So we've gone up straight down into a roll, well, say roll, loop. It's a right-handed loop if I remember right, or left-handed loop, depends how you look at it. I'm going to put one of these in. Let's quickly have a look at the other stuff. Problem is I can't put too many loops in that in because that puts the stick factor up. Now, as I notice, the best way to make a roller coaster, you go down, have your special bit like a loop or a high-speed turn or a roll or so. Then you have a nice fair bit straight so people can get a bit of breath. Then you do another one. Oh, there's loads of pieces. That'd be nice, but I don't think with roller coaster get to the top. And this is not an accelerated coaster, so I can't put turbos on. I mean, you can spend all day making it. If I remember rightly, that one I made in the middle, the main coaster, it took me about 8-9 hours. So I kept deleting it, remaking it, going to get the fear factor down, had to work out what was right and what was wrong. We could always actually just grab one that's already made, stick that down, but then it'd be a bit boring then, wouldn't it? Don't forget, as you're making it, well, I'll find it, put it in test mode. You see, okay, I'm going too high on the fear factor. As otherwise, people just don't get on a coaster. And the other thing is to see if the coaster will actually go round without actually stalling. Because if you get too far in the building stage and you find out your coaster only goes halfway round, you've got to delete it all. Well, you can cut chunks out of it. So this curve I'm putting in is too tight. Let's come out the loop. And for the show coast to come around. See if we get over my hill. You see, if you look at the curve, it's too tight. Need to delete it. Come back. So moving on, got to the end before we do some more modifications. Add some banks. So let's see what it's like in the meantime. We got to the end, so I need to do some adjustments. It's quite boring at this time, but when we start putting the mountains in and a few features, they look a lot more better. You can see there I shortened the end piece, so I can put a second car in, and also I made sure I put in a priority card queue, because if I keep clicking on me people and going around saying, well, it's a waste of time, basically because all the rides are set up in the beginning, do another priority card. So now what we've got to do in here, hopefully with this roller coaster, I'll get people to start coming through here, so now we can reopen up the shops. Okay, let's add a new ride. Hyperspin, I think we'll put in. There's quite a few rides to go, that's a dead cert. So I'll try and figure out where to put them. I'm already thinking ahead for the next video. In the next video we'll start doing some more flashy stuff, like I don't even Roller Coaster Tycoon, where I start building buildings around the rides. So I'll try and probably do a western theme or a space theme. Mix the themes up, not like Alpine, because this was my first, well, it wasn't actually my first park, but it was the first part we did on the release. So we go from there. So we're going to add the Sizzler, not the Hyperspin. Right, we do that in a minute. As I said before, terrain's good, and if we bring it up at the same time, we do some tunnels going around the coaster. I do love the old terrain there, so it's fantastic. Now, I don't know if you know, you probably all do, that if you type in, if you go on the old racing car track, I think you have to rename the track Bollard. And it doesn't give you a cheat, but it gives you the power to race the cars. So instead of watching them go around themselves, you can actually drive them yourself. It's actually on Steam, tells you how to do it, and on Planet Coaster's website. In the meantime, we'll get this up, get this in position, try and work out how we're going to have it. What we'll do, have a path come and we go over the circuit, just where the loop is, and we have another path going under the loop. Just add some features to the park so it's not boring, and at the same time hopefully you don't have the same problem we had earlier where no one goes for the tunnels. So we can add some sort of tunnel feature over here connected to the rides that'll force people to go through the tunnels. Now I wish they will change the floor pattern to the same texture, or give you a texture pattern on the floor, I should say, to when you're building buildings, where you've got obviously the concrete slabs or the wooden slabs. To the same. So basically at the end of the day you can put them next door to each other and they look identical. Otherwise you get that funny thing where, well, I want to put these concrete slabs down, you've got to put floor underneath it, and the people look like they're walking through the ground. No, I think that's, I hate it. I know there's loads of videos out there, and yeah, the actual building looks fantastic, but it gets ruined by the people walking through the ground. So if they could actually change the texture of the floor, or the concrete slab, doesn't matter what way to do it, and it'll be fine. My slope's going funny to a bridge. Now again on the fencing, I like adding my own fence, but it's like when you put it on a flat land fence when you're doing the old paths, but when you're going up the steps the fencing is not the right shape. So that'd be, again, if they can add the fence to the stairs to match the fences where you can actually put down singly. Okay, so far so good. Get the old mountain, go around that, and we do some sort of a woodwork and put a shop down the side there as well. Don't know how many drink stalls I put in. They keep saying they're thirsty. Now what I do need to do is put in a priority pass. I can't remember if this was actually part of the original game or this was added. I don't remember this actually being in a beta. And obviously when I first made this park, I never added it to the rides. I don't know if I just forgot, or it wasn't available and it's been added since one of the patches. I don't know. I don't know, too bad. I suppose I would ought to check the patch notes to see what else I've missed. Okay, let's have a quick look what it looks like on the coaster going under the bridge. We keep going back to it as we keep adding parts. Yeah, I don't think that looked too bad. It's improving. As I said before, we keep adding bits around it and it'll look more exciting. Slowly, but we get there in the end. Decided to add the helium ring. And I think it looks great with the coaster going through it. And when you're on the ride and you see the coaster fly through. It's fab. Try and get some screenshots and a video of it going through. I tried to do this on Roller Coaster Tycoon if I remember rightly, and it just didn't want to know. But it works fine on here, so if anyone else has not tried it, give it a go. Works great. Let's have a quick look at the ride, see what it looks like. Like, we might get the old roller coaster come around. So, if anyone's planning to buy the game, shows you can do some amazing things with this game. It's improving all the time. So get out there and buy it. So let's collect the path and do some more scenery work. I have noticed that some bizarre reason, not many people walk around it yet. Don't know why. They all seem to be obsessed with going on the old racing cars. I want to be a Formula 1 driver. I mustn't forget the old priority pass. Get people happy. We'll try and solve that problem anyway. So I'm just adding some more rock themes and a bit of water. I might add a few old tangly things coming out of the water a bit later for that. Get a ring going around a mountain pass. I mean, the plan is get the loop going around or through the mountain for a rock face, and coming out and going through the ring, and probably get some lights going up on the face of the ring and on the mountain, highlight it in the dark. I might get some flames and some lights up. And as I said before, I might do if it would have been a wooden coaster, would have gone maybe a lot better in certain ways, but you can't do no loops with wooden coasters. Put like a wooden construction, and in a lot of places with like walkways, so basically in a real world where you can actually just walk up and have a look down, see as the coaster goes past, take some screenshots. Unfortunately, the way the AI works in this, they weren't ever going to do that. They're not nosy, they just go to rides basically. So hopefully I've got little wooden battens in there, so it's like a mine. Something different really, something we ain't done in this park yet. I don't want to cover the whole thing like the other coaster, because we've already done that idea already. Just want something a bit different. I mean, what I could have done, I might change it yet. Put the ring, the helium ring, right up against the rock face, or bring the rock face in. One way or the other. We'll have a look. I'm not sure what way would be the best. It's not looking so boring now. Well, we've still got to make the building, obviously, for the coaster, and got to make the building for the twister, or the Twizzler, I think what it's called. And we have a pathway going somewhere. There's probably a bridge going through the middle. So we've got something on the left hand side. Quickly made this, probably destroy this later, and have some sort of tower where the coaster goes through it. Now I actually had this on video, but don't know if you notice, on some of the videos now I'm using AMD Relive recording software, and it's buggy. It does say it's buggy on the net. 1 minute it records, next minute it don't record, and it gets really laggy. And sometimes it actually records, and when you go to play them, it comes up with errors. So I couldn't actually, all the stuff I made here, I couldn't put it into the video because it wouldn't actually go into the video. Bit of a sod really. It took me quite a while to actually make as well. So I went back to my old video recording software. Action always works. Might try another one out at a later stage. Now I know everyone rates the Nvidia recording software, but we don't have an Nvidia card, so we can't use it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I'll see you in the next video. Have fun all. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe. Laters all. Blitz out.